Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, my mic was off. Howdy, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Can you guys hear me? If you guys, any of you can comment or mention, that'll be great. I just want to make sure I'm audible. Hey, Apanda. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Can you hear me well? Is my audio good? Yes, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okie dokie, then I guess we can get started with another day of hacking. Some more hacking to do, and today we'll cover a lot more stuff than other previous days we have done. Yo, Wrench, what's up, homie? So, today is going to be a big one because we will cover HTTPS, accessing the web, transferring files using FTP, SMTP for sending emails, receiving emails with POP3, and IMAP for synchronizing emails. So this will be our we'll basically cover the whole core protocols stuff. I don't know why my web browser shows the stream is offline. Really? Let me just check one thing then. Let me just check from my side as well. Not this one. This one. Yeah, I joined from the phone. Oh, okay. I see, I see. Excuse me if I yawn a lot. I'm still a bit tired. Weekend is here, TGIF, so I will be able to get some proper sleep. I'm just on the side and checking on my phone. On my computer, sorry. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is good. Can I chat? One second. I'm just checking on the side from a different one. Another dose is here. I see. I'm just trying to see if I'm able to chat. This is another screen I have myself open on just to check. And I'm not able to chat for some reason. Timestamp is there. Why I'm not able to chat? I don't get it. And I'm subscribed. I don't know what's going on. As long as at least it's live, so that's a good thing, I guess. I have to check why I can't chat though. That would be another thing to notice. But that's for another day. We are first. Let's focus on getting our, because today is going to be big, a lot of content. Z-Byte. Or is that Wrench? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Okay. So let's get started with HTTPS accessing the web because we have like 5 tasks today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's you, I guess. Yeah. Okay. When you fire up your browser, you mainly get those watch time. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Okay, but let's lock in now, right? We need to complete a lot of stuff, man, and then I have to complete some work. So let's log in with our system. So task 4, networking core protocols, TryHackMe. When you fire up your browser, you mainly use HTTP and HTTPS protocols. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and the S in HTTPS stands for secure. So HTTPS is more secure than HTTP. This protocol relies on TCP and defines how your web browser communicates with the web server. Some of the commands or methods that your web browser commonly issues to the web server are get, post, put, and delete. So HTTP itself has many versions in it. Itself has many features, you can say, right? To tell what type of a command, what type of a request we are making to the web server. Get means we are retrieving data from the server when we send a HTTP GET request, such as an HTML file or an image or like a YouTube video you are seeing. That's a GET request. Post allows you to submit new data to the server, such as submitting a form or uploading a file or putting a comment or a chat, right? Those are HTTP post requests. HTTP put is used to create a new resource on the server and to update and overwrite existing information. So basically this one, let's say you have you are on Facebook, right? You want to get more how to say, you're on Facebook, you're updating your own profile, you're updating like something like your display picture. So this is where it would be used. Delete, as the name suggests, is used to delete a specific file or resource from the server, like deleting a comment or anything. That would be HTTP delete. So HTTP and HTTPS commonly use TCP ports 80 and 443 respectively, and less commonly other ports such as 8080 and 8443. So in your computer, I think this is pretty standard stuff. So in your computer, right, when you are accessing the website using HTTP, your computer opens the port 80 for that communication to happen. And if it is HTTPS, it would be port 443. So, and from this port, let's say you are talking through YouTube, Facebook, Google, all the communication will happen through port 443. There are others used, 8080 and 8443, for development purposes, but not in real life. Very few, because a browser like my browser, if your website is open on port 8080 or 8443, I have to specifically mention, because my browser is going to go for either 80 or 443. In the following example, we use our Firefox browser to access the web server on machine IP. Our browser fetches the web page and displays it perfectly. However, we are interested in what happens behind the scenes. So let me open and start the web machine as well. One sec. Okay, now it's good. So we are looking at the machine. Once it's ready, browser fetches the web page, and I will start my own actually attack box as well. Here we go. Sorry. Okay. So once we go, it will say the art of espresso, a simple web page, right? So using Wireshark, we can examine the exchange between the Firefox browser and the web server more closely. The screenshot below from Wireshark. Okay, bye Panda. All the best. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you for joining. So between the Firefox browser and the web server more closely, the screenshot below from Wireshark shows the text sent from our browser in red and the web server response in blue. As you can tell, a lot of information is exchanged between the client and the server that does not get rendered to the user on the web browser, right? Examples include web server information or version and when the page was last modified. So if we see here, okay, so on the in the red, let's copy this image. Let's see if we can look it better. So we have this one. Red, it is a HTTP GET request. As you can see, the GET is here. This is GET, right? And which HTTP version and where I'm doing this, the IP of the machine, connection, all those, right? Couple of other information like, okay, which browser was used, Chrome, some version of Chrome is also available there, Safari, images, WebP, encoded, language, English. So all this information is there, right? Next, if you see response from the server itself, super big, but it says HTTP 1.1, 200, so status code, okay, everything went well. Nginx server, date and time it was requested, type it returned the request in, so text and HTML, and last modified, when was this page last modified, and the page itself. This is the data from here, what you see on your browser. This you don't. So you see the art of espresso, what is espresso? So we'll see that too on our system. I'll do quickly go here. Let's say okay, that's why it's giving that. Huh. One second, lads. I'll change the appearance if there is. That is available. Or I can just do it this way. No, it's changing the background one. That's fine. Okay. I'll just show you guys what exactly the web page looks like though. So going to this web server. So you see the art of espresso, what is espresso, blah blah blah, which we saw. Where is it? Where is it? Here. The art of espresso, what is espresso. This is same thing. This is the web page data we just saw. Okay. As you remember from the networking concepts room, we use the telnet client to connect to the web server and running on the IP at port 80. We had to send a couple of lines like get, location of what page we want to render, and the HTTP protocol we are using, the version, and the host, and host anything to get the page we wanted. On some servers, you might get the file without sending host anything. You can get this method to access any page and not just the default root page with the slash, right, or the home directory. To get the file.html, you would send get the file.html HTTP request. For instance, get file HTML, right? If you want this one, might work depending on the web server in use. This approach is efficient for troubleshooting as you would be talking HTTP with the server. So if your browser is not working, this is an easy method, one of the ways to get this done. So using telnet, let's access the flag HTML on this server 1064. Okay, let me copy this guy. So if I go on the terminal, can I reduce? I'm sorry, I'm just checking if I can reduce this and make it look better, but I don't think so. Password, education, graphics, home office, others. Nope, just hacking stuff. System tools, maybe. No. Change desktop. No, nothing. Okay, might have fonts and everything. Okay, never mind. Oh, heck with it. We'll just do our stuff. So we have this IP we want to get file.html from. So first we'll do is telnet. Right now, get slash file.html, or is it? Oh, exit. HTML is this way? No. Okay. Telnet, we put the server. Okay. Oh, sounds good. Thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you. You're watching me. Holy, this guy. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. I'm just thinking with Telnet, we have Telnet and get or maybe wait, I will be able to use it. No. I think it's either connect something to hostname port -f. No. Okay, we put host HTTP1. Okay. Get file.html. I hate this. HTTP 1.1. No. What was the next line where we did? I remember it was like in 2 lines we did something, right? Oh, IP port also. Okay. $80. Uh, get out from telnets. Okay. Okay. Then telnet IP and then port. Okay. Do you use telnet? Do you use telnet other than these places? I don't use it. Okay, now it's connected. Thank you, boss. So get HTTP 1.1, and this is how you say it, right? Okay. Did we get it? Nothing. Okay, here it is. Bad request. Yeah, I don't use it either. Yeah. The only time I liked using Telnet was when I was looking at Star Wars thing. Okay, that you can connect to a server. Mm. HTTP 1/1.1. What is it in the browser then? $159.70. Am I connecting to something wrong? Yeah, this is it. I just know how to use the help menu. That's a good one. That's a good one. Why is giving me bad requests then? Should be get, right? File.html or flag.html. I am the idiot one. Flag.html. And 10, whatever is the IP? Sarcasm. Oh, again, I have to do telnet first. Telnet IP port 80 get /flag.html HTTP1. I think that would be a better one too. That would be easier too. I just want to see why it's not working though. Like, what is the reason why this won't be working? What do you think? What was the one? Matching some user agent stuff? No, like here in this, right? What about if I do get simply just flag .html. Oh boy. Get flag .html http 1.1. This time the response was pretty fast. Content length, connection close. Bad request. I would actually like to do curl at this point. We did networking. That's what I'm doing. Let's go here. So we add telnet here. Port. I'm doing the same thing. Host. Should I mention the host maybe? Anything? Okay, how about this? I do get flag.html. Yeah. p/1.1 host. Let's say anything, something like that. Why it got retracted? Why you retracted? What did you say, bro? Host IP. At this point, I'm really down to just not care about it. Oh, quit. Get /flag.html. That's HTML, right? Not TXT or anything. HTML. What a life. Doing telnet at 8 in the morning. Let's say my IP of this guy is let's see. Should have done 125.79. Okay, the get stuff. Gotcha. Collection closed by foreign host. .64.125. Yeah, it's interesting that it's not working. I don't know what to say. You know what? I'm going to curl after this. Fuck it. The request is still going. Yeah. Dude, I'm also okay. Curl this thing. Hidden text HTML telnet HTTP. That's how it should work. Connection close. There's no hint to or anything. Yep. Exactly. Okay, we're done. Mm-hmm. Fuck me too. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Now task 5, FTP transferring files. Unlike HTTP, which is designed to retrieve web pages, file transfer protocol is designed to transfer files. As a result, FTP is very efficient for file transfer, and when all conditions are equal, it can achieve higher speeds than HTTP. So all conditions are met, it can achieve higher speeds. Okay. So example commands defined by HTTP protocol are user to input the username, pass for password, retrieve RETR is used to retrieve is to download a file from FTP server to the client, and store is used to upload a file from the client to the FTP server. Okay. So FTP server listens on port 21 TCP by default. Data transfer is conducted via higher speeds than HTTP, not HTTPS. No, it should be HTTPS too. FTPS will have a higher speed than HTTPS. Data transfers is conducted via another connection from the client to the server. When there is a connection from client to the server, another data connection is made. Okay. In the terminal below, we executed the command FTP and this server to connect to remote FTP server using the local FTP client. Okay. Then we went through the following steps. Typed in the username anonymous. We didn't need to provide any password. Issuing ls returned a list of files available for download. Type ASCII, switch to ASCII mode as this is a text file. Okay. Get coffee.txt allowed us to retrieve the file we want. Okay, there must be a lot of different types then. Okay. The command exchange via FTP client is shown in terminal below. So we have FTP connected version blah blah blah. So we gave the name anonymous, and for password we just typed enter. Did ls, saw all the files coffee flag tech t, switching to ASCII mode and getting this. Bytes received and quit, so it will be a goodbye. Okay. We used Wireshark to examine the exchange messages more closely. The client messages are in red while the server messages are in blue. Notice how various commands differ between the client and the server. For example, when you type ls on the client and the client sends list to the server. On the last thing to note is that the directory listing and the file we downloaded are sent over a separate connection. Okay. So when we did anonymous, password pass, login syst, PSV, now we did ls, it mentioned list. Type A means ASCII. Okay. Okay, switching to ASCII mode, right? And then PASV, entering the passive mode. Retrieve coffee.txt. Opening binary mode, transfer complete. Then goodbye. Okay. Using the FTP client, FTP on the attack box, access the FTP server on this. Okay. and retrieve the flag.txt. Okay, so if I do FTP this guy, name, root, okay, anonymous only, so quit, or user, can I do now? Okay, so quit is the only option left. Anonymous, password nothing, login was successful. Let's do ls. We got coffee.txt. Now I want to get coffee.txt. It should be downloaded. I want to get flag.txt, and I want to get t.txt. Yeah. Wrench, man. Indeed, hacker hai bhai. So we have ls. Now we do cat coffee. What the hell is this? I've never heard of thing as Arabic coffee. Arabic coffee. Yeah, I was actually. But I outgrew them. Have you seen like in the very last one, right? The Cloudflare thing that happened, that has done more damage than any anonymous ever did to the internet. Have you noticed that? Or even same with AWS or anything. No, I resigned. I resigned. Honestly. What was the flag found? And retrieve flag.txt as well. Okay. Cat flag. Fast FTP. Oh yeah. Bad developers are bigger hackers than anonymous, that's for sure. Nah, no way. No way. It's like crazy because in this last 12 months, right? 3 such outages has happened that have taken down and did so much more damage by the companies that it shouldn't have happened ever type thing. Those is crazy, man. It's crazy how the world is right now, and how badly we are related to like basically 4 or 5 companies in the world. If anything happens to their infrastructure, nobody can access the internet. Cloudflare is one, Microsoft happened, AWS happened, all these 3 things happened this year. And a lot of services were down. Imagine like your hospital is down, your banking is down, your smart toilet is down, you can't poop anymore, right? It's the whole bathroom is clogged. Imagine that. That's why I never will have a smart toilet. Like I just can't. I need my good old washy. Okay. Going back to our task 6, SMTP sending emails. As with browsing the web and downloading files, yeah. So as with the browsing, let's lock in because we are catching up good speed, right? As with browsing, okay, 1 second. As with browsing the web and downloading the files, sending email needs its own protocol. Indeed, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol defines how mail client, mail MAIL, mail client talks with another mail server, gay, and how a mail server talks with another one, right? So mail client, when we are talking about, is the app, like the Outlook app you have on your system, or Google Gmail app you have on your computer, right? And the server would be the Google server, Outlook server. The anomaly of the SMTP protocol is when you go to the local post office to send a package. You greet the employee, okay, tell them where you want to send your package and provide the sender's information before handling them the package. Okay, before handing them the package. Depending on the country you are in, you might be asked to show your identity card. Excuse me. This process is not very different from an SMTP session because you are logging in to your SMTP session, right? Your email ID. Let's present some of the commands used by your mail client when it transfers an email to an SMTP server. There is hello, initiates a SMTP server, mail from, so sender's email, recipient to, that is recipient's email. Data includes that the client will begin sending the content of the email message. Dot, the special one is on the line by itself to indicate the end of the email message. Okay, nice. The terminal below shows an example of an email sent via telnet. Who says okay? SMTP server listens on TCP port 25 by default. So we connected, right? Escape character, okay, it came. Example HTTP THM ESMTP blah blah blah. Okay, so we first said hello client.thm, right? So we first mentioned about we want to start a session with client.thm, mail from user, recipient Stratogos at server.thm. Then we have data, which is whatever data we typed, I guess it got in, and then at the end, enter the message sending with dash by the line. Okay. Hello, I'm using Telnet to send an email. That's strange. This. And then okay. Yep. I don't think I would be doing that. So when we type data, we just send all this information. Okay. Obviously, sending an email using Telnet is quite cumbersome, no doubt. However, it helps you better to understand the commands that your client, the email client issues under the hood. The Wireshark captures the Wireshark capture shows the exchange in colors, the client one being red and server one being blue, which we just saw. Now that we have covered some basic HTTP, FTP and SMTP commands, you should have gained a solid understanding of how protocols are defined or designed and used. It would be effortless to learn how other text-based protocols such as POP3 and IMAP work, right? So basically we have to go over all. Which SMTP command indicates that the client will start the contents of the email? So content of the email, okay. Data, I'm just sending it because I want to get done, honestly. I want some hacking someday, man. We have been covering this for way too long. Or at least I have been covering it. Okay. Now, last one being POP3, receiving, last one, but second last, POP3. You have received an email and want to download if your local mail client, my bad. 1 second. Let me drink some water. Okay. You have received an email and want to download it from your local mail client. Okay. To your local mail client. The Post Office Protocol version 3, POP3, is designed to allow the client to communicate with the mail server, like so your Gmail server or Outlook server, and retrieve email messages on your local mailing application. So if you're on iPhone, it is mail itself. Android is Gmail, so you can connect other ones too. Without going in-depth technical details, an email client sends its messages by retrieving on SMTP and relying on SMTP and retrieves them using POP3. SMTP is similar to handing your employee or envelope or package to the post office, and POP3 is similar to checking your mailbox for new letters or packages. Sorry, my words are, I'm just tired. It's Friday, man. Some common POP3 commands are user, pass, stat, list, retrieve, delete, and quit. Identifies the user, user's password, request the number of messages and total size, list all the messages and their size, retrieve based on the message number, and delete a message based on the message number, ends the POP3 sessions. Okay, this is not bad. Again, telnet stuff. In the terminal below, we can see a POP3 session over the telnet. Since the POP3 server listens on TCP port 110, so if you remember, telnet itself I think was 21, FTP was 22, so port for telnet, FTP, then SMTP. There's 25 for SMTP, I believe. So 23 for telnet, 21 for FTP, and SMTP is 25. Okay. So we have the and POP3 is on 110. The command to connect to the telnet port is this one. The exchange below retrieves the email messages sent in the previous task. Yep. I understand. Yep. I understand. I knew as soon as you said F, I was like, I know what you were talking about. So we have the telnet, right? Authentication plain, user, pass, nothing, stat, list me. So it lists one, first message for 407 size, second 412, third 445. Retrieve the third one. Return path. Okay, so user client 2, delivery date was this, received from this, okay, by example, blah blah blah. So it was from user client to this, and telnet email. Hello, I'm using telnet to send your email. Well, if you ever use telnet to send me email, please feel free to unfriend me from your life. Today was the day where my hatred for telnet started. Today was the day my hatred for telnet became bigger to an ultimate level. I hated telnet from start, man. I just never cared about it. Someone capturing the network packets would be able to intercept the exchange traffic. As per previous Varsha captures, the commands in red and are sent by the client, and the lines in blue are servers. It is also clear that someone's capturing the traffic can read the passwords. So we have the password here. Okay, so connect to POP3, Linda with the password this. They think is pretty secure. Let's show Linda that's not a secure password. Look at the traffic exchange. What is the name of POP3 server running on remote server? Okay. Name of the POP3 server. So we have 110 and then telnet. Okay. User Linda. Pass $$, 1 2 3. Amazingly secure. I think list. So 4 messages, right? What is the next one? If they retrieve, there's chat with no need. Retrieve, I think, will be R1. RETR1. Cybersecurity refers to the best practices. We do not care. Cybersecurity refers to hacking. Coffee is widely consumed. RETR, third one. Reading is the fundamental activity that offers numerous benefits. Nope. Oh. RETR and our flag. Here's your flag. Telnet retrieve email. And what is the name of the server? Let's check. What? And let's get the name of this. Dovecote. No? Oh, unauthorized. I'm unauthorized right now. It signed me out. That's interesting. This is so stupid. In the middle, it signed me out. Okay, great. All progress gone. Yes, sir. No, this signed me out. I got the flag, but it signed me out for some reason. So first one is Dovecote. Then we had the telnet, this one. Retrieve email. Copy. Here, and should be good. Okay, now let's get into IMAP synchronizing email. So POP3 is enough when working from one device, example your favorite email client on your desktop like Outlook or desktop computer. However, what if you want to check your email from your office desktop computer and from your laptop or smartphone? In this scenario, you need a protocol that allows synchronization of messages instead of deleting a message before retrieving it. One solution is to maintaining. Okay, one sec. One solution to maintaining a synchronized mailbox across multiple devices is IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. So IMAP allows synchronization, read, moved, delete messages. IMAP is quite convenient when you check your email via multiple clients. Unlike POP3, which tends to minimize server storage as email is downloaded and deleted from the remote server. So as soon as you delete it, it would be removed. IMAP tends to use more storage as email is kept on the server and synchronized across all the email clients, so your phone, your computer, your laptop, blah blah blah. The IMAP protocol commands are more complicated than the POP3 commands, right? We list a few examples below. Login with the username and password to authenticate the user. Select mailbox. Select the mailbox folder to start with, which is good. Fetch number and the data item name. So fetch and the body. To fetch message number 3, header and body. Move. So you put the sequence, move the specific message to another mailbox. Me too, man. Me too. Then we have copy. Copies the specific messages and log out. I think next one is burp suite, so that would be nice. Me too. I understand, man. Knowing that the IMAP server listens on TCP port 143 by default, we will use telnet to connect to this server with the port 143 and fetch the messages. Okay. So they did login, select inbox. So we have different flags and blah blah blah. Fetch number 3 with body. It fetched the stuff, and then you did log out, basically. Okay. The screenshot below are Wireshark, with red being us, blue being the server. What IMAP command retrieves the 4th email message. Okay. So get or collect, Wait, hold up. Fetch for body. Okay, good. We don't have to connect to a server. That's good. In the previous room, we discussed Telnet protocol. This room, we focused on on the fundamentals of DNS, HTTP, FTP, SMTP, POP3, and IMAP. With the protocols covered, we now have a better understanding of how domain names are resolved, how web pages are served, and how email is sent and received. Another primary purpose of this room is to give you a good understanding on how a protocol functions behind graphical interfaces. The table below summarizes the default port number of the protocols we have covered so far. So Telnet 23, DNS 53, HTTP 8443, FTP 21, SMTP 25, POP 110, and IMAP 143. Remember, DNS UDP is preferred over TCP. And let's join secure protocols. Okay, this is good. Get file ले रहे हैं. Hold up. What you did? Command telnet file. Okay. Oh, it's giving me the answer. That's actually cool. Telnet get this and IP. Okay, and how should we first connect with port 80? Oh, we did connect to port 80, try to get the file. Didn't work for us. Which is fine, I guess. Okay. So now back to this. We have secure protocols. Let's see what secure. Another premium room. TLS, HTTPS, okay, all the secure ones, SSH. I think this one, I will just maybe, yeah, I'll try to cover this all on Monday if I get time. I don't want to continue this long. Try to cover this in a day or two. It's a 60-minute one, so we'll try to cover this within a day or two. A lot of reading though. Yeah. Because then we can actually move to Wireshark and other stuff, right? Yeah. We can actually cover in a day or two. What do you mean you saw? You were the one who also said it. What the hell? We'll do Wireshark if you guys want. TCP dump the basics, Nmap the basics. Those are all three fun ones. Holy. How much we have left in all these modules, man, on Cybersecurity 101? Okay, for Cybersecurity 101, Active Directory fundamentals we did, networking we did, cryptography, exploitation we have to do still. Okay. Yeah. So at least some good stuff is after this. We don't have to keep on going over things. Holy man. This is a rough one. This one just might be just do it one shot, bro. Yeah. Okay, like I'll try to cover in like next 2 sessions and I will do like longer sessions for this one. I think that would be the only way. Because I'm also like don't want to lose my interest in this. So we'll try to cover in like a day or two networking secure protocols and we'll work on the TCP dump and map and all those stuff. And then we'll go into exploitation. Fuck it. We'll just go into exploitation. Where we have done offensive security, SOC fundamentals, okay, whatever. Firewall fundamentals. This is fun. What? I don't get it. What? You didn't? I thought you just did. I thought you just did. Yo, and a quick question, right? I was looking from the other one. Like, why I'm not able to chat inside here? Okay, whatever. We'll see. It's fine. Okay. But yeah, lads, now I have to get back to my work. Hopefully you have a great Friday evening, right? Or great Friday itself, depending on where you are. And I will see you guys in the evening for some lead code. Excuse me, need my tea. So for some lead code or die series, right? We'll cover do some problem which is very popular, and another one from the HMAP easy top one interview 150, and hopefully try to cover more and more in the time coming. But till then, thank you so much, lads, for joining. Thank you, Wrench. Thank you, Panda. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the evening for some lead code or die series. Till then, bye. This has been your favorite neighborhood hacker, the sniffer of packets, censored hackers, signing off with a big bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.